Every 4 years, the football world falls victim to the exact same marketing campaign. We see the yellow shirt, we see the dynamic wingers, and we convince ourselves that the old Brazil is back. We romanticize the era of Roberto Carlos and Ronaldinho because it made us feel like football was an art form. But nostalgia is a dangerous drug. The footage of past glory has blinded us to what tournament football actually demands today. While we were busy looking at old tape of the beautiful game, the tactical reality of the sport completely shifted underneath our feet.
Brazil's problem has never been the production of superstars. Look at the names: Vinicius, Rafinha, Neymar, Endrick. But a collection of individual geniuses does not make a functioning tournament team. We saw this exact movie play out in 2006. On paper, it was a fantasy squad assembled with no budget restrictions. In reality, it was a group of isolated stars easily dismantled by a French side that simply had a cleaner, more disciplined plan. Having names everywhere means absolutely nothing if those names refuse to run, press, and suffer without the ball.
The absolute breaking point occurred when the myth of Brazilian invincibility was systematically destroyed on their own soil. The defensive collapses against Germany, Belgium, and Croatia weren't fluke results, they were structural inevitabilities. When the emotional temperature of a match rises, individual magic evaporates. Look at the data from the Croatia exit. Brazil had the lead in extra time, but they lacked the collective discipline to close the spaces. They kept waiting for a miracle, while European midfields simply dictated the rhythm and waited for them to panic. Brazil didn't hire Carlo Ancelotti to make them play prettier football. They hired an Italian mastermind to introduce structural rigidity. Ancelotti's entire blueprint is built on a single, uncompromising law: absolute discipline when defending and absolute freedom when attacking. The early qualification matches weren't beautiful. They were tight, uncomfortable, and pragmatic. But that is the exact definition of modern tournament football. You adjust, you absorb pressure, and you learn how to win matches when your talent isn't flowing. The mainstream narrative will focus entirely on Brazil's explosive front line. But the genuinely terrifying element of this specific squad is the defensive spine. Gabriel Magalhães brings the physical dominance of a Premier League champion, while Marquinhos manages the line with elite composure. Behind them, Alisson controls the space, and ahead of them, the midfield spine acts as a physical filter. For the first time in 24 years, Brazil has a foundation strong enough to protect its stars. They may not be the flashiest team in the tournament, but they are officially the hardest to beat.